Women round even the lowest amount of tasks to the nearest everything. This would mean like as soon as she's got to do one thing off of your list, now she's doing everything. She rounded it right to everything. I think they call this a dishonest absolute. This is where I changed the narrative of the story to minimize your contribution, maximize mine without any evidence. I do everything around here. You do not do everything. You do not do everything. That is not a thing. Like, all you do is go to work. I also notice women, when they count, I watch this in our women's group, they count their tasks on a daily basis individually. Like I put 200 dishes away. I put 25 shoes away. I cleaned up 5,000 Legos. Like I did so many things today. All you did was one. You just went to work. He's like, when I do a 1%er job, I do one of the hardest jobs people can't do. I do a dangerous ass job. That's a very complicated job to do. I'm an engineer or I'm a high-rise construction builder. Like this is a dangerous and difficult job. This is hard to do. Well, they don't know what you do, so they think you just did one thing. You just went to work. Doesn't matter what that is.
Like my parents didn't let me have a Snapchat or something for very valid reasons, but I sat there and I
argued with them about it
for hours about everything.
Yeah, I'm not tolerating that shit.
Coming from somebody where I was raised and I had a flip phone until the age of 16, I wish my parents did not give me an iPhone. I wish I did not have any kind of social media access, because on some real shit, I probably would not be in the career I'm in. And if you guys are like honestly thinking that you should be proud of what we're doing long term, that's not something that we should honestly be proud of as women. And I'm honestly just so sick and tired of hearing you guys make excuses, because like as somebody who's in this industry and who's been in it for as long as I have been, there have been times that I have quit, but yeah, the money is good. I didn't come from money. So yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to work my ass off. When I can retire, I'm going to retire. Do I know what I'm doing is wrong? 100%. But I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and think, oh, well, my parents should just let me do whatever the I want. No, they shouldn't. They should be parents until the age of 18. And then if you want to go do whatever the you want, they have the complete option to disown you or set boundaries.
It is crazy how when we get into a relationship with a man, it's no longer on our timing as a woman. You see, a man can get married in less than 6 months, or he can wait 5 to 7 years. It depends on that woman. Men don't rush into marriage at all. They just move fast when certainty shows up. People often think getting married fast is super impulsive, but it's actually clarity. If you haven't noticed how the world runs, men move fast when the right conditions exist. Here's what's usually present when a man gets married super fast. Number one, that woman brings him peace. Being with that woman feels easier than being alone, because there's no emotional roller coaster, there's no drama and no chaos. Number two is respect. He feels respected in how she talks to him, how she trusts him, and also supports his leadership. Number three is emotional safety. He can talk to her and be honest without anything being used against him later. Number four is consistency. Her energy, affection, and behavior don't change based on milestones or pressure. Number five, she believes in him. She believes in his vision even when results haven't shown up yet. Number six is alignment. They want the same life, values, direction, not just love. When all of those things exist in a woman, a man does not feel rushed. He actually feels secure. And we all know when a man feels secure, he's not waiting. He's going to get what he wants.
A lot of women are very jealous of male friendships. Guys who, you know, when they see their men interact with other men and they witness those male friendships, women will get very jealous. Why? Because they don't have that in their own relationships a lot. When you see these guys, they're, you know, the Justins and the Sterlings, and you see them, and even like Tristan and Andrew, you see like a real sense of brotherhood there, right? You just do, right? Whether you like those guys or not, or whether you like what they're about, or that's irrelevant. To each other, those men have really formed a sense of, you know, I will have your back. I will be here. Like, it's 3 a.m. and you called me and there's a problem. What do you need? Like, where do I need to be?
One who has dated an extremely short man,
yes,
owns a boat, bring on the boat party, does not change in the Napoleon complex that man has.
I understand, but you still dated him. Ba-doom-ching! You still dated him. That's my fucking point. I just love it. I love listening to women complain about boys and all these other men, but you still them.
Yeah, we
see how that works?
You could tell this lady ain't think her divorce through.
If I would have known when I left my daughter's father that I would be spending 6 Thanksgivings without her, would I have changed my mind? I'm a co-parent. My daughter is 8 years old, going on 18, and I have been co-parenting with her dad and his significant other, her stepmom, for the past 6 years now. And I'll sum it up quite quickly. Because of my choice to leave and be a single mom and take that route.
You can tell this woman ain't thinking about the divorce like all the way through her head. And it's crazy. When it comes to marriage, it's the biggest commitment you could possibly have. And she was in that. Her emotions ran wild, whatever they broke up for. And then obviously she's talking about spending holidays, which Thanksgiving. I mean, of course you're going to split them when you got a divorce, but what does she expect? And then she's tight. Yo, she is tight about her ex-husband because obviously he moved on and got a whole new shorty 6 years in the making. And yo, she's still tight about it. Like she's still salty. And you could tell she's salty and got no one in her life because if she did, she wouldn't be talking about her ex. And this is what I mean, man. When it comes to divorce and marriage, you gotta stick it out. I understand abuse and all that stuff. There's things to be said about when you should leave, but it doesn't sound like that here. She's just tight that it didn't work out. And she's even having second thoughts. If she knew it would be this bad, maybe she wouldn't have divorced. So this lady, Jenna, sucks to be you, shorty. Enjoy those Thanksgiving by yourself.
You would think that she wouldn't be talking about her ex if she had somebody in her life. That don't matter, man. That don't matter. I'm thinking of a couple of them that are still talking about their ex. Man didn't moved on, and I'm talking about it's been years. Not only are they talking about their ex, they have their kids talking about their ex. They have their kids still mad at the dad for something he didn't even do. Lying and carrying on. Man actually took care of his responsibilities, but still talking about what he did and didn't do. How terrible of a father he was, when actually that's not true at all. They still talking about it. These modern women, what they want, I want you to crater. I want you to suffer. Modern women believe they are I'm the middle. I'm in the center of the story. And whether it's good or bad, I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to trash you. Oh, I see he done moved on. And you see, man, that's how they do. They don't never thinking about taking time and just going to therapy and just healing yourself. He just moved on. That's a broken man. That's a broken man. That's an insecure man. Well, you see, it seemed like they happy to me. All that glitters ain't gold. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that I'm happy with my wife. And, you know, a lot of things that I did in our relationship, I try not to do those anymore. And she listens to me, I listen to her. Yeah, you might have grown a little bit, but all that other nonsense. You're salty. Number one. Number two, could be in a relationship. Why don't you focus on your relationship? Because I'm too focused on you doing bad.
We are now living in a world where women are objectifying men, which is crazy because women have been complaining for years about men objectifying them. And it's like your solution is to do the same thing back? What is that teaching them? I just saw a TikTok a couple days ago of this poor man who wore sweatpants to an airport, like you do, and there was a woman filming him. In what world is that okay? And the comment section was filled with women being like, let's see the gray sweats. Let's see it. Let's see what's there. What are you doing? What are you doing? Where's the line of mutual respect? How can you ask for respect from them if you're not willing to do the same? How does that make sense to you? It just makes me feel so ashamed that there are women out there that have so little respect for men, because then it makes the rest of us look bad. If I ever in my life make a man feel uncomfortable, that says everything about me and my character, and I would never, ever stand for that. You can't make this up, dude.
I genuinely believe that every single woman deserves to receive $10,000 a month from her husband, from her boyfriend, whoever you're with, just for him to show his appreciation for you.
$10,000 a month for appreciation. Right.
And I think that is a standard that all men should be held to.
Of course they do. It's always those that seem to have excess money that are always very free with everyone else's. But it kind of makes a person wonder, what about those individuals that necessarily can't afford that $10,000 a month?
And as a man, if you cannot hold yourself to that standard, then you should not be dating at all, honestly. I mean, you're just not financially ready to provide. You're not ready to be in the scene.
The scene. Indeed. And for those who haven't done the math yet, that comes to approximately 120,000 American dollars per year just to, in some cases, just date some of these women.
And even more importantly, you're just not ready to get married yet.
There is nothing classier, after all, than someone with a classist mentality. But gentlemen, here's a reminder. A woman that genuinely cares about you is going to want you to invest your money in something that is important, long-lasting, and for the future, not just to spend it on them.
Put some shorts on. You're like naked out. Respect yourself. Put some clothes on. Actually? Yes. Yes, it's very cold outside. You're like naked.
What did you say?
I said respect yourself.
Why? What do I have to respect myself? I'm wearing a jacket.
Why to respect yourself?
I'm wearing a jacket and shorts.
No.
What's your problem?
What do you mean? Your whole butt is out and you're barely wearing a top.
I'm wearing a top and my pants and my legs are showing.
This guy's clipping us right now.
You're clipping us.
I actually believe in this. I think you should respect yourself.
I do respect myself very much.
No, your butt's out.
My butt is not out.
Huh? I'm not baiting anything. I believe in it.
Just stop.
Actually, fuck you and fuck your fucking
I guarantee
you. I want to leave. I want to leave.
You put the outfit on sober, so you can't blame it on the alcohol.
Fuck you. Actually, fuck you. What do you mean? I'm wearing shorts and a fucking top.
Okay.
Bitch, fuck off.
Very affected for someone who respects herself.
Or feel bad for hating men. You shouldn't. You just shouldn't.
Oh, really? Why? This should be educational.
Like, even if you think you hate them, like, so much, you don't hate them enough.
Most reasonable people at this time would ask themselves, now why exactly should a person hate an entire group of people?
Like, there's no possible way. The years and years and years of them raping and killing and abusing and torturing women and girls is just, it's more horrific than our human minds can even begin to comprehend.
The logic displayed here is, since some members of a particular demographic did do horrible things and still do horrible things to other groups of people, every single member of that demographic should be held accountable, should be despised, be shown prejudiced, and be absolutely hated because they are a member of that group. Oh, wait, what does that sound like?
Or if you ever feel like you're doing too much by being a misandrist, or you're doing too much by hating them and thinking very little of the majority of them, you're probably not doing enough. You could probably hate them more. And I think that that's something to keep in mind.
Another thing to keep in mind is that being prejudiced against an entire group of people based on the actions of some members of that group is exactly how racism is continued to be perpetuated to this very day. Oh, but wait, that's an uncomfortable conversation for some.
You know, modern women are losers, man. They're just losers. Once again, if it does not fit their worldview, then you must be sassy. You must be gay. There must be something wrong with you. You must not be emotionally intelligent. You must not be all the way right in the head. There's got to be something that's not clicking, because if it was clicking, then you would think like I think. That's why me and my girls, clock that T, me and my girls, we all think the same. That's why we all dress the same, because, you know, my mind is superior to yours. They have such a limited view of the world.
Fuck with the extra $10,000. No, I love my man bad. 100,000. No, I love my man bad. 1 million. I love my man bad. Bad. Alright, go. Bad. He's the best man on earth. It have no man like him. It have no man like him on earth. He is the funniest. He is the smartest. He is the cutest. He is the best man on earth.
Hello? Yeah, baby. It's over. What? What are you talking about? Nah, you don't love me enough. What do you mean? I'm getting a visa and I'm moving out the country. Oh, that's what you want to do? You got mad at me for liking pictures on Instagram, and that's what Instagram was created for. I don't have time for this anymore. Who wants to be thirsty? And you want me to chase you, and I pay for everything. It's like chasing a bill. I'll pass. Okay, just so you know. Yeah, all your stuff is in the 2 trash bags that you brought it in. So it'll be in the garage.
Men will be like, I'm not paying for dinner. And I'm like, okay.
And now we are going to hear some of the irrational reasons why some women think that men are obligated to pay for the first date.
And Botox this week, I was $440.
What? Just why?
I had a session with my trainer. I pay her $330 a month.
I wonder if they're aware that not only do some gym memberships cost a lot less than that, but a person can actually work out all by themselves for free.
I got my nails done this morning. That was $150.
I'm sorry, but remind me when the last time a guy worth any woman's time ever said that he would have gone out with her except for her nails weren't perfect.
My hair is another $250. I've spent over $1,000 maintaining my appearance this week. They can pay for dinner, ladies.
Somehow, I have a feeling that they would have spent that money on themselves, whether there was going to be a man in the picture or not. It is not a man's responsibility to pay for a woman's personal vanity.
As a female, honestly, I could see why dudes be hating us or getting mad. I went on a date last night. He was very nice, picked me up, took me to dinner, and, I made sure we had the best time of our life. I was nice. Like, he would have never been able to think that in my head, I'm just thinking about how this man has never seen me again.
Woke me up for what?
You need to leave. I need you gone. Like, you gotta go.
Can we revisit this after the holidays?
No. Today. We not doing that after holidays and prolonging this whole process. No.
So you're gonna ruin the holidays for everyone, for the kids, for
the
my
holidays
family.
wasn't on your mind when you did what you did. Like, we're not doing this. This is cyclical. It's just a cycle, which you know.
Okay, but what? Okay, so your birthday, I was planning something real big.
That's
and
fine.
now
That's my birthday. I
can
don't
we
need anything.
Can we
No, that's 7-8 months out. No.
So there is no reconciliation right now?
No. There's always a reconciliation. There's always a reclamation. There's always a recycle. We're not. No. You gotta go.
Are you really doing this right now?
Are you doing that right now on the camera?
I've been trying. I've done everything that you asked me to do.
You're being real studio right now. You gotta go.
Woke me up for what?
Rob the nigga? Yeah. Motherfuckers gonna come around me and start stealing this shit. Bitch, go on with yourself. What? First of all, who is you? Who are you? Who is the nigga? You see? Hello? Yeah. I just dropped the low. She needs to go. But you love him.
So you think you bold enough to do that
But
shit
you
in my
love
face?
him. Well, you should have chose. But she love him, chat. She finna get him robbed, but she love him. And she want to be with him. Damn. That's why she going so hard. She tried to hit a lick.
They only care about themselves, man. And you see it right here. They only care about themselves. Nobody else. I mean, sitting in the man's house, sitting in the man's space doing that, man. And I'm not 100% sure why we don't have some sort of, I mean, I guess you do have laws against it. You have to prove it. And I guess that can be an extremely difficult process or task. But yeah, you can expect a woman who doesn't get what she wants. You can expect a modern woman, I should say, who they continue to tell us their frontal lobe is developed. They continue to tell us that they're a lot smarter. They're a lot more mature than men. You can continue to expect them to act like this.
Well, let me ask you a question. What's your body count?
My body count?
Yeah.
I'd rather not share that on the internet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, here's the thing. I knew you were going to say that. There's a reason why you don't want to disclose that.
Yes, because I have free will and I can say what I want. Thank you.
No, sure. But let's actually peel the layer back, right? Okay. The reason why you don't want to disclose it, as well as women in general don't want to disclose that, because women understand that their sexuality defines their value in the dating marketplace. Women instinctually know that their body count directly affects, and their past promiscuity directly affects their ability to find
a suitor in the future, right? So when people use a term like whore, which is a pejorative term, that's attributed to women because you guys care about your body count because that limits your ability to find a man. But for us, the more partners we have, typically the more value we have. Because as a man, for you to be able to get a lot of sex, you have to bring something to the table. Men that have sex with a lot of women typically have some kind of money, some status, they're charming, they have something.
Can I speak?
Well, I'm finishing my point to answer your question. So men have to bring something to the table to be promiscuous. Women don't. So that's why it's not respected.
5 things I understand about men now that I really wish I had known earlier in life. And I'm hoping that these tips will help at least one woman open her eyes. Number 1 is respect. Respect is to a man what love is to a woman. If he doesn't feel respected, he's going to start pulling back efficiently for good. Number 2, a man's silence isn't peace. It's assessment. It means he doesn't feel safe enough to speak honestly. And when a man learns that his voice is going to cost him his peace, he's going to be silent altogether. Number 3, he is going to remember how you spoke to him long after he forgets what the argument was about. Your tone is important. You can apologize for the things that you say. But the moment you make your man feel like a little boy, that's going to leave a longer mark. Number 4, men don't always love out loud. They love through practical ways like showing up, consistency, by doing what needs to be done without announcements. Men are not about proclamations. If you want him to learn your love language, you have to be willing to learn his too. Number 5 is so important. When a man doesn't feel useful, he's going to start feeling unnecessary. Men are wired for purpose. So if he doesn't feel needed or respected in a space, he's not going to fight to stay there. Comment below and let me know which of the 5 tips resonate the most with you.
Men want a family for the sake of male validation.
Just another day in the office. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here's my unpopular opinion. They want a wife, they want kids, and they want the family unit, not because they really like those things, but because they want to impress other men. I think when you have all of those things, it kind of elevates your status as a man. Not only does it elevate your status in society, it also elevates your status socially among other men.
This is arguably the dumbest thing I've heard all week, but here we are. I've never met a man in my life that say, yo, I'm about to go get a wife, kids, protect and provide for them for the validation of other men. Ever in my life. Keep in mind, if validation is what he wants from other men, there are so many ways to go about it. He could be a player in the streets with a lot of women. He's going to get validation from men. He could be a gangbanger. He's going to get validation from men. He can build a family. He's going to get validation from men. Some of these things are just by default. They come with the package. It's within the territory. You don't have to actively be seeking validation in order to receive it. There will always be something respectable and honorable about a man that takes care of business, let alone provides for his family. Because as men, we all know that is not an easy task to perform. However, men are not doing that for the validation of other men. We are doing it for the validation of the people that we care about most, which is our wife and kids. We look at that line of duty as an obligation to us, and our reward for doing said thing is to see them happy, it's to see them do wonderful things in life, it's to see them live comfortably. We can give 2 fucks about the validation of other men. That's the least of our concern.
I think this is like the ultimate status symbol for men, showing that they made it in life. I think men really like the idea and aesthetic of having a family, but they also don't want to take an active role in raising kids, for example, and they want to be as passive as possible.
It's unfortunate that we even have people that think like this, but here we are again. Now, despite her starting off 10 steps in the wrong direction, there is one part I can actually agree with. That is the ultimate status symbol for a man. To have a happy, functioning, healthy family with a woman that loves you and you love her back, and a set of kids that love y'all and y'all love them back. Now, as far as you saying that men just like the idea of a family and they don't actually like being active fathers would be complete foolishness. Do men like that exist? Of course they do, but they do not speak for the majority. No different from the women that don't actually want to be wives. They just want the ring, the wedding, and the title. They don't want to actually fulfill their duty. They just want the glitz and glamour that come with marriage. Despite those kind of women existing, I know that's not the majority of women, so I would never make that kind of a statement. And this is exactly why your statement is complete bullshit. You're taking that small percentage of men and trying to draw out a large picture that's going to represent all men, and we refuse to accept that. But to conclude, men do not have families for the validation of other men. Men actually want to be active in their children's lives, let alone their families' lives. And the moment some of y'all get off the internet and go outside and try to meet and understand men, you'll realize that a lot of those things that you thought were true are not. But despite everything I said in that video, she ain't gonna listen to nothing I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. I keep the change.
I don't even know if it's a status symbol. I think it might be, I'm happy, I'm proud. If you have children and your children grow up, whether they have gotten into trouble with the law, gotten into trouble with drugs or whatever have you, if they grow up and they straighten out and get on the straight and narrow path, you're going to be excited. You're going to be ecstatic. Man, it took a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of effort, a lot of frustration to raise these babies. A lot of it. Yes, I'm excited about that. That is my kid being an upstanding citizen in society is a status symbol. That's a moment of pride, being proud that, dang, after all of the mistakes that I made, I did something right. Dang, look at my wife. She looks fantastic. After all of the stuff that I've been through, after all of the stuff that I've done, I've done something right. I've done something right. Man, I wasn't always perfect. Man, I didn't always say the right thing. I didn't always do the right thing, but godly, after so many years, I did something right. And now look what I have. I have a grandbaby. Now look what I have. I have a beautiful family, friends, of the family that come over. We talk, we have a good time, a great outing, a great social gathering. It's a fantastic life. It's wonderful. This is what I've been trying to work towards for the last 20, 30 freaking years. So yes, I'm happy about that.
What's really embarrassing is that there are some women out there that genuinely believe that teaching children to be ignorant and prejudiced is actually balancing the scales for what men have done to women over thousands of years. They really seem to think that raising children to be just as ignorant as those men that they complain about is actually going to solve the problem. That's what's really embarrassing.
What would you do without men? Tell me.
Women don't need men anymore, hot take. And I love the content surrounding this and how marriage benefits men more than women now in this day and age. I saw a comment and it said, if marriage benefited women, they would have taken it away from us by now.
Honey, you are freaking deluded. Men do everything. Men do everything. Yeah, okay, you have your cute little job and you make your money and you come home and you have a nice little apartment. They fix everything. They build everything. They shield you from harm ultimately on a large scale and on a small scale. What would you do without men?
Dating in this generation is a humiliation ritual for men. And honestly, my heart actually breaks for them. Because for women, honestly, I feel like it's pretty straightforward when we're dating. Like what you see is what you get. And that is just not the case for men in the dating scene. I mean, I'm seeing TikToks all the time about guys talking about the struggle, and honestly, I get it.
You had me in the first half, but what's this? Me getting ready for the boy I'm about to ghost after our date. And what's this? When boy number 3 invites me out, but boy number 1 might be getting off work soon. Blair, see, your problem is that you think men are stupid. I feel like the term grifter is usually pretty overused, like people just use it to describe anyone who makes money off of anything, but this girl is the definition. See, the original definition was a swindler. They're tricking you. They don't actually believe what they're saying. And that's exactly what's happening here. At some point, she switched her content to saying things that she thought men would want to hear, like women versus accountability, broke women using men for meals. But literally right after this video, why would I be at the club? My future husband's security is so important to me, is this one. So that did not, in fact, stay in the drafts, clearly. So your future husband would be disrespected by you going out to the club, but apparently won't mind at all if you're shaking your ass on a public platform to be memorialized forever for anybody to see? That don't make no goddamn sense. By the way, I don't care if you want to shake your ass or show your stomach online. It's just that you probably shouldn't make an entire account talking about how bops are ruining society if you're going to act like a bop. It's a bit antithetical, a little bit intellectually inconsistent, right? But you don't need me to be your PR guy. I mean, you know what you're doing. You're gonna find that future husband who just loves women-hating, hypocritical, anti-bop bops. Yeah, he's out there. I'm sure of it. Good luck, honey.
Make we watch this video together.
A black woman ordered 3 takeout meals for her 3 children on her first date with a man and asked him to pay the bill. The man cleverly dealt with the woman The man and the woman met through a dating app and agreed to meet at a restaurant for their first date. The man said he was happy to go and expected a normal dinner. However, once they sat down, the woman immediately ordered 3 separate takeout meals for her children and told the man she expected him to pay for everything. Instead of refusing right away, the man responded calmly. He suggested that she order even more food so she would not have to cook the next day. The woman appeared pleased by the suggestion and added several expensive items to the order. While they waited for the food to be prepared, the man excused himself and said he needed to use the restroom. Instead, he walked out of the restaurant, got into his car, and left without paying the bill.
What I'm talking about! That's why he's MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Chief Keef, this is your last chance, otherwise I'm gone forever. You have 10 minutes to let me know.
I cannot imagine the pain in her husband's chest watching this video, opening the comments.
And seeing Mr. Sosa himself.
Knowing that your girl has a celebrity crush is one thing, but watching her make one last call, one last effort before you get married, and then seeing said celebrity crush respond,
is something completely different.
I bet even the strongest, most nonchalant warrior would have trouble laughing this off and taking it on the chin. Apparently, this has been a running joke for years, but if this were my girl,
I wouldn't find it very funny at all.
If this isn't a reminder to all the boys that all it takes is one message, I don't know how much clearer it can be. And General Keith has got to be the worst one. I suppose they really do love Sosa after all.
Is a man who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with.
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in. How he do that with no ambition? No, he got money. I want more.
You know what?
And he's complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work. Waking up every day and showing up for my children. Showing up for my home. Like, that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going through depression? Your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough. But she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home. That's ambition, baby. Take a moment, read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8. Because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like, that's a gem, baby.
I make my own money. I make more than him.
Ooh.
Right?
And you said he pays all the bills?
Yeah.
And you make more money?
Yeah.
You mentioned that you make more money than him, and I want you to know that was not done by mistake. That was a systemic thing that was put into place so that the black woman can be elevated to start looking at they men like they're not doing enough.
No.
It is very intentional, the fact that you make more money, and even though your man is showing up for you, you start looking at him for like, why can't you do more?
The fact that this man is covering the bills, even though he knows you make more, let me tell you what he's doing. This man is willing to maybe put things on pause so that you can elevate. Think about it. What you make becomes almost just yours. What you choose to do, you have the freedom to pivot and pivot and pivot. Try this, go to school, because this man is saying, I'm going to sacrifice and take care of the foundational things so that you can have a choice whether or not you want to work or not. And so when you saying that man lacked ambition, I just think it's ambition in a direction you can't recognize.
And somebody else said this, a creator, I think her name is Abby Eckel or something like that, says something as stupid as this as well. Just dumb content, just stupid. And I think she's married with kids. Just dumb content. Says something similar. Well, just because he's a nice guy doesn't mean that he's actually doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's passively participating. And what I said in that reaction, or my reaction to that video, is, he's not participating like you would want him to participate. He ain't doing the dishes like you would want him to do the dishes. He ain't cleaning up the counters or whatever and whatnot like you would want him. He ain't cleaning the bathroom or washing the clothes like you would want him to wash the clothes. But those clothes are getting washed. Those dishes are getting washed and they're clean. Oh, well, you didn't stack the dishwasher like I wanted to. Okay, however you want it, you do it. You do it then. If that's the way that you want it, you do it then. Oh, you're not going to? Okay then. Stop talking. But y'all sit up in it. Well, he takes care of the kids. He protects, he provides. So what's the point? Well, he's not ambitious enough for me. He's not as ambitious as I would want him to be. He's taking care of the kids. He's working. He's providing. He's doing literally everything they're supposed to be doing. But because y'all are losers and y'all have a loser mindset, y'all will find another way for y'all to try to make it seem like y'all's life is so terrible.
The benefit of being a provider means that I get the pick of whoever I want to choose to be with. If I'm that dude, I can choose to be with either a woman with no kids or a woman who does. Because remember, I'm a man, I love peace before I love a woman. I'll choose the woman who brings more peace. Her 5 kids with the extra baby daddies, with the extra baby daddies who are going to get upset if I whoop their kids. Now I got to whoop them kids. I got to whoop the daddy too. I'm going to get a woman who ain't got none of that baggage. If I can, as the benefit of being a provider, I won't choose the woman with the kids if I don't have to, which I don't.
But I unfollowed all the past guys I had a situationship with. Any guy that I might have talked to in the past or had a little thing with or flirted with in the past, I unfollowed. They might still follow me, but I do not follow them. And the other day I was asked, why did I do this? It's no harm, this person said. It's no harm to follow them. You're not talking to them anyways. And it's true, I wasn't talking to them. So you might say, what's the point of unfollowing them? The thing is I want to steward my singleness very well. And the thing is I noticed that if my husband were still following exes or past situationship girls, if he were still following those girls and looking to see if they viewed his story or just kind of checking up on them on their story, that would make me uncomfortable. In a marriage, I would expect him to not be following those girls. So if I have that standard that I set for my husband, I first need to have that standard set for myself first. Meaning while I'm being single, if I'm not talking to this person, if I'm never going to see them again, if I don't have a relationship with them and we're not even in communication, what's the point of me viewing their story? What's the point of me staying caught up on their life? That's what I expect from my husband. So that's how I'm going to act right now in my singleness, even before my husband comes.
I knew that men were stupid when they started advocating for mandatory DNA tests at birth. These are the same men who think that the government is lying about the earth being flat, that the government lies about the census, and that the government faked the moon operation. They will give the government full authority over their DNA to keep in a database forever and do whatever they want with it. But as long as it meant that women couldn't make them pay $150 a month in child support, it's a win, right? The intelligent gender, everybody.
We're going to do all these leaps and bounds to make DNA testing at birth a bad thing. Men are just so dumb because they want to know if that baby is theirs. These broads are just so insane. Rather than holding women accountable for lying about who the baby's father is or for sleeping with so many men during that period of time that she doesn't know who the baby's father is, rather than holding them accountable, no, it's men are stupid. You want the government to have your DNA? Guess what? The government, if they want your DNA, they can get your DNA. It's so easy for them to get your DNA. If they really want it, they can get it. They don't need to have all of this to get your DNA. If they want your DNA, they will already have it. Y'all will say anything to defend promiscuous broads and then try to reduce it down to $150. A lot of men are not paying $150 for their damn child support. Stop trying to reduce this down to justify your dysfunction, to justify the fact that y'all spread eagle to so many men that you have no idea who the pappy is. Stop putting on the cape for broads that to behave this way. And I side-eye any woman or any man that does that because it's like, are you the type that would do that? Lie to someone for 18 years, telling them that's their child? And because anyone with a moral compass is going to see an issue with that and would want to advocate for something that allows people to be sure, that allows a mother and a father to be sure who's who. So,
dear warehouse man, please let me explain to y'all how fucking annoying and creepy it is for y'all to fucking sit there and watch a bitch unload her whole motherfucking truck. Like, that's so fucking annoying to me. That is creepy. Like, you just literally stand there and watch me. Literally watch me unload my truck and you're just standing there. And then whatever other truck drivers are in the bays next to me come over there and stand and watch me. Now I feel like a fucking circus freak show because y'all are watching me unload my goddamn truck instead of fucking helping. Like, what kind of men are y'all? That shit blows me. It blows me. Then y'all want to hold small talk. Bitch, I'm working. I don't want to talk about how long I've been driving and do I fucking like it. Y'all so...
It's not desperate or pathetic to want to find a partner or someone to love, or there is that kind of energy where it's like, look at me. I'm here on display and I'm waiting for you to claim me.
I wish we'd go back to when guys are just always walking up to you when you're out. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh, if you're like at the grocery store, at the gym, they're like, hi, I just couldn't help but say you're so beautiful. Like, I'd love to take you out sometime if you're single. If they were like good looking, I'm like, can we go back to those times? But because society has more and more changed women to be like the chasers or like things like this, it's like making a lot of men be like, oh, I can just sit back. And I'm like, I hate that.
That's a misinterpretation of what's going on. It's not that men are sitting back. It's that men are being accused of Me Too when they go walk up to girls. And there's tons of shows where women are like, this guy came up and talked to me. Ooh, she said the right thing. When the guy comes, approaches me and he's attractive. Yeah. Women are complaining men don't approach me enough. No, they don't complain that men aren't approaching them. They complain that attractive men aren't approaching them. Orion Taraban says the part women leave out. When women say, I want a man to buy me flowers and I want a man to be more vulnerable, they're not talking about a homeless, smelly man buying them flowers and being more vulnerable. They're not going to be sexually stimulated by a homeless man buying them flowers. What they want is a man they're already attracted to buy them flowers. The mechanisms that create attraction, I don't think there's anything in psychology that's more misunderstood than that. I truly don't think it is, because it makes us look bad.
Guess the top 5 countries with the least submissive women.
The United States.
United States is number 1 on the list.
It's obvious.
In the US, dating comes with terms and conditions.
Canada?
Canada is number 4 on the list.
What am I supposed to do?
In Canada, they have high gender equality and independence metrics.
We're going to France.
We are going to France because it's number 2 on the list.
I could tell.
Challenging you is flirting in France.
Germany?
You're good. Germany is number 3 on the list.
Germans are just tough people in general.
If it's wrong, you'll hear immediately.
Australia.
Australia is number 5 on the list.
Wait, did I just go 5 for 5?
In Australia, they're chill, but not to be played with.
I'm not trying to play with them.
This is why men do not trust women now. So this is Sarah Stock, a renowned right-wing political commentator, supposed trad wife, devout Catholic, basically everything that a man would want. She had everyone believe she was a virgin, made her partner wait till marriage, and her wedding was even blessed by the Pope. Turns out she wasn't a virgin, was having an affair up until her engagement, and lied to her husband the whole time. She made her husband wait till they were married to have sex. This is your supposed right-wing, trad, cutesy influencer girl. It's a lie. Do you know how evil it is to lie on this sort of scale, grow your following from basically being a fraud, and deceive your husband like this? These women make me feel physically sick. I'm fed up of these women that lie, deceive and manipulate, because there are a lot of them in the Western world. I jest about the kitchen is calling, but maybe if you were in there, instead of yapping online about how godly you are, you wouldn't be in this predicament. It's a classic case of those who protest too much.
They have that article once again talking about, oh, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend. Is it really? Is it really? All this stuff going around. I hope this is a hoax or something like that. And she's all like, oh, this is the way she always was. Y'all just didn't pay attention, that sort of thing. This is what we keep on saying. Y'all keep on saying that it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend, and you know, going through this type of stuff is a humiliation ritual with men. And then we continue to run across stories like this, where this is a literal humiliation ritual. Literally that. The Pope, whole 9 yards, we're gonna wait. I'm this, I'm that. Pope's gonna bless our marriage. And it's all for show. It's all for show. You really can't make it up. You really can't you cannot make it up at all. This crazy work.